Hi. Hello, hello. Did I get the timing right? Did I get the timing right for the music? It's a little bit loud, maybe. Let's turn it down a little bit. Like this should be okay, I think. Okay. How is everybody doing? Put in my headphones. I see it's starting well already. Oops. Okay, I hope you guys are ready for fun. I just need to... the camera seems to be like slightly... let's do like this. Yeah, I went good. That's good to know. I hope that inking them should be quicker. The music is still a little bit too loud, I think. Like that should work. Okay. I also forgot to set up a new funding goal. That has to be for next time, I guess. Let me just very quickly finish something. Okay. It is time to ink them. I hope that thickness should work. Let's see how this is gonna turn out and how long it's gonna take this time. Wizard head is half finished. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm just gonna make the mic a little over here so that it hopefully more audible. Yeah. You know what? No, I want to make it more of a smooth kind. Yeah. I think that looks good. Yeah. I think that's gonna work. Next funding goal, a crystal skull for reasons. Now I need to look up how expensive a crystal skull would be. Or do you know the specifics? I mean, more necromancy adjacent art pieces or decoration would maybe be fun. Fun fact about crystal balls. Oh no. I'm just gonna... maybe like this, I'm actually like, yeah, I'm visible while drawing. I think that's a good idea. Pokemon has such amazing music. I forgot how weird I made this fucker look. Yeah. Get some sort of skeleton accessory for your headphones. Oh, I actually thought of something. Wait, 1 second, 1 second. I now have to show this. I thought about one funny thing, actually. And I think it would be a funny goal. The fucking... They just announced, like, last week... a Gengar-themed cat ear headphone set. It's made by Razer, and I think that would be hella funny. My headphones still work pretty well, but I really think that would be a lot of fun to have. Instead of just having normal cat ears, having fucking Gengar ears. And it would be 160, so that would be like half the money we funded for the Necromancers game. I actually wanted to buy it like a few days ago, but it's currently sold out. I made them, I put it up to like, send me an email once it's available again. So I'm just like waiting for that. For those prices, you might as well get Mese Empyreans. Is it like a cat breed? But yeah, I don't know if those things can also glow and shit, and it looks like really cute. I don't know. I like Gengar. I think that is really fucking cute. I think that would be a lot of fun. And a skull for, I mean, I need a new chair. Maybe there's some cool like gaming chairs that are like skull themed. Would maybe also be a funny stretch goal to not just go for a chair. Look at the fat fuck. It's Fat Fuck Saturday, am I right, guys? Get a custom 3D printed accessory, cause like 160 at Razer. I know I'm not the biggest Razer fan. I had Razer headphones before. I know what they are like. No, bad headshots. Hell yeah! Oh shit! Thank you for telling it. I forgot again. I forgot again that it minimizes every time I click anything. Just did this guy. I think I did this guy completely off stream now. Amazing. Ain't he cute? Especially without the sketch lines. Sorry, no, not meme Empyreans. They're 3K USD, but I'm thinking of other good headphones. I mean, I really like my Sony headphones. I have like the PS5 headset that they released back with the console. Literal, like, only issue I have with them is that the battery life is like so fucking short. Because I wanted them to be like wireless, to have a little bit more of like movement capabilities. And I really like them, but they have like a battery life of... They claim 8 hours, I tell you it's 4. Little guy. Hell yeah. think we're already turning out great. Have I Corsair once that I changed once a week? How did it change from once per week? I don't think I need to make it crying. There's enough other Pokemon that literally are crying. Oh yeah, I know that theme. That's the Team Galactic theme, right? I charge them. I'm dyslexic. I'm very sorry. Yeah, like I literally, like you can see, like I charge them right now because they already made like their own amount of juice noises. So it's like always this fucking thing with them. Big mean blaze toys. Started an anime called Loud of Mysteries. I finished episode 5 and waiting now because there's no English dub for episode 6 and beyond. Oh, isn't that a new series you told me about? It's the one you got Crunchyroll for, right? Ain't that something? But Blood is an old show I watched recently. Which one? Oh, Necromancy is a central part of the plot. Now I'm interested. Yeah. Main character did kill himself and it is revived in like the first 30 seconds of the first episode. Oh damn. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Never heard of that. Oh yeah, I forgot how veiny I made this horn. That's a very horny horn, Liu. Ain't that something? Just for Kuna to look like completely normal. That's escalation. Okay, I was scared for a second that I accidentally drew in the same layer. Okay, that's good. It's getting along. Okay, time for the B button. I'm so excited for the new Pokemon game, I don't know. I really want to have like a mega B-drill in my team again. And now being able to have it in like real-time combat sounds like a lot of fun. Like this small and speedy motherfucker is gonna be hilarious when he's able to like dish out damage in real time. Yeah. I think I want to leave away the face marks. They don't look good in this art style. Okay. Now the big boy. Ha! Spread your legs, bird. Rattata is actually like really cute. Follow myself on this one. Little rat. Big rat. I like him. I think he's very cute, isn't he? Wait, you can... Wait. I concur that most games should have a possibility of filling your hunger gauge with smoking and drinking. You can do it in Bioshock. Didn't even know that. Maybe Bioshock would also be an interesting game for the channel. I only ever beat Infinite. I tried playing the first one, but back when I played that, it was too scary for me. It was too much horror. But okay, I was also a literal child when I played that for the first time, so maybe it's better now. The fucking Gen 4 Diamond Pearl Platinum soundtrack is sending massive nostalgia waves down my spine. It was, in my opinion, the most epic generation. Rising Blur is rightfully afraid of Big Daddies. It wasn't even the Big Daddies, it was like the entire atmosphere and zombies running around. It doesn't have chase sequences, but the entire like atmosphere. It was dark and scary. Oh, the Splicers was the name. Yeah. Like these motherfuckers just like chasing you, like hiding and like ambushing you. It was scary for my childish mind, okay? I'm one of these children who are like genuinely mortified by Slender Man. What do you expect? Oh, that's supposed to be a very stupid grin. Let Ekans have a stupid grin. Pikachu, though. This fat fuck has a double chin. This happens if Pikachu and Relaxer would have a child. Not on the fucking, that was a German name again. Snorlax. Ain't that something? That in corners in rooms you've already cleared? Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, like the only reason I was able to like really play Infinite was because it's that's scary. I mean, when we're drawing Gen 1, we definitely have to draw the chubby Pikachu, don't we? Yeah. Never forget, the original Pikachu was inspired by Winnie the Pooh. That's why he was so chubby. They made him thinner later to emphasize his speed and attack power. And also a little bit the cuteness. Like, I would always go as far as to say that the modern depictions of Pikachu almost look like Pichus. Like, if you really look at, like, modern ways of how Ken Sugimori draws Pikachu, he almost looks like, Pichu. Have you seen the new stuff from Gamescom? I didn't look all that much into it. I saw a few trailers. I saw they announced Dawn of War 4, right? A new Lego Batman game I've seen trailers for. But like looks more like a Batman Arkham game than like the fucking Batman Arkham games themselves. Didn't see all that much though. I saw the new Resident Evil trailer. I love the line about little fat asses in the end of the row. Yeah. There's gonna be a few fun ones, I can tell you that. I saw the new Resident Evil trailer and that one looked fucking amazing. I'm so excited for Resident Evil Requiem. They're making a Sekiro anime, but it's completely AI generated? What? Excuse me? Sekiro anime, potential. But why the fuck is FromSoft allowing that? Or is that like a fucking thing of, Activision still having the rights and like doing ass things? No, probably not, because I'm pretty sure the game is entirely owned by FromSoft and just the publishing in the West was done by Activision. I need to look this up now. 1 second, 1 second. YouTube Sekiro anime trailer. This is AI generated? I have to say, maybe I'm getting completely fucked over, but this doesn't look AI to me. At least just like on first watching. Director, screenwriter, character designer, deputy director, chief animation director. They have like art directors and everything. And it looks drawn. Like if you look at this. This doesn't look Am I getting completely fucked over? This part is AI so good that I am not able to like tell anymore? I mean, the entire thing is a very like rough and like sketchy art style. I can definitely say that. But it doesn't have like the normal tells. Honestly, from how it looks to me like... Oh, also, this is funny. This is just like a straight reference to like an art piece. The way it looks to me like they literally just like drew over the game, like they had like the 3D models. Like they had the 3D models of the characters and just like animated everything in 3D and then like rotosculpted. That is the vibe that I'm getting. Or maybe they like if you look at this, like this is not AI. This is not how AI draws. Details are kept in check. There's no like weird smearing or like moving together within like different things. Maybe like this a little bit. Yeah, I'm also not the biggest fan of the art style, but I think it fits Sekiro specifically. I really think this art style fits Sekiro a lot. And yeah, some shots look better than others, like this one doesn't look that good. I think this shot looks really cool. Or like, yeah, this also looks kind of weird, but look at the like the perspective and everything. This doesn't look AI to me. This one looks awful. Yeah, this one looks kind of awful, to be honest. Yeah, I'm unsure if it is actually AI, because one, I'm like, I would be shocked that FromSoft would allow that. And this just feels to me like people are making that assumption. Because it doesn't look the best. Because what I can definitely say, I saw similar things happen. This art style reminds me of the episode where yeah, I googled it. People are accusing them of using AI because people have done some AI stuff in the past. So maybe. The thing is, like, if anime studios have used AI so far, it never was for animation, it was for background pieces. And maybe the backgrounds are AI. They look very undetailed and smudgy. I wouldn't be surprised, because, like, look at the fucking background here. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, his proportions are so off. Why is his head so small? But at least the humans are definitely not AI. Also, the hands look mostly correct. Like, this one obviously looks kind of weird, but that's mostly just because the art style is not the best. Like, it wasn't drawn the best. This one looks good again. Like, the close-ups always seem to be like the money shots. Like, the eyes and everything look really good. Like, this shit looks amazing. The studio is saying it's 100% hand-drawn. You can't really trust that. But like I said, they would be stupid. Especially now, considering that the AI bubble is bursting. If you haven't seen the news report from a few days ago, most companies are like closing down AI studios again. Meta, fucking Facebook, started downsizing on the AI departments because they are losing more money than they're ever gonna make. They are like 90% of the entire industry is realizing it is not fucking worth it. But what I wanted to say, like, maybe some people just want to use AI art as a way to say bad art or dislike studio behind art. Yeah, like, that's the thing. A lot of people just, with, I'm gonna say, like, less experience, like, of course, as, like, someone who draws a lot, I'm able to, like, distinguish, like, art better than, like, other people who, like, draw less. So it's easier for me to, like, tell a lot of the time compared to others, because I'm just, like, I draw, like, almost every day, so it's obviously a little bit easier for me to, like, differentiate art styles and, like, little tells and things like that. And I'm not seeing anything here. Like, I'm able to, like, instantly tell it, at least, like, after I, like, zoom in a little bit. And this doesn't look AI. Maybe they're just, like, completely fucking me right now. But it has happened multiple times in the past. Like, for example, like I said, in the episode where Gear 5 was revealed in One Piece, there was a scene with Luffy, like, charging up and, like, jumping Kaido, and people were also accusing it of AI, and it looked similar to this. The issue just was that the artist behind it has this very scrawny, sketchy art style where, like, every frame something changes and looks weird. And it fit the scene. It was just, like, the art style that made people worry, because it being so imperfect, like, more imperfect than you're normally used to by animation, gives off this uncanny valley effect that they probably didn't intend for. It was mostly just like a money saving money issue. The thing is, like you're saying, Alec, AI has so many good uses, but at this point, like, so many people are like AI is a tainted word. It's the same thing as NFTs back in the day. It's such a tainted word. The second like somebody uses it, it's just hated. People don't want to deal with it anymore. I had a friend over recently who's like not that into like the entire like gaming thing or like art thing as I am. And when I was like talking with her about a game that I'm recently playing and like mentioned that the enemy AI is so advanced, she like started getting, oh my god, the game has AI? Why the fuck is the game using AI? Because she just heard the word AI and was instantly like turned off because she's just like known, like started like seeing AI as this super bad thing. It's just tainting everything, even though enemy AI has been around since video games existed. Sorry for interrupting. No, don't worry, don't worry. Believe me, last time was the exact same thing. I don't mind, like, while drawing, just like having like a short tangent. I totally understand that you were set off by them like being accused of AI, because if they would use AI, I would be pissed. I don't want the first FromSoft anime to be like AI fucking generated. I mean, like, even in my company, where I work at, I, like, especially Catalyst knows, I ranted a lot of the time to him about my workplace. Sometimes my company is also using AI. My boss is, like, really looking into, like, the usage and is, like, super interested in that shit, which is fine. He knows how much I hate AI, and like even in my company where like a lot of the time it's just like, okay, let's like save some time and just like AI generate it instead of like drawing, animating, or doing something like that. Which, fair enough, if you want to make something very fast and cheap. AI, it is instantly noticeable as AI, but who the fuck cares? But it happened multiple times at this point that the AI thing was so bad I had to do it. So like, yeah, like, it happened multiple times at this point that my boss, like, that I saw my coworkers, like, struggling for hours to AI generate an image that is fitting for what they are trying to do. It never works. Wonder why. And then I'm there, the guy with art experience who knows how to use Blender. And I have to do it. Literally yesterday, we're currently working on a architecture project. They wanted to like have a roof just like easily AI generated to like instantly have it. Didn't work out. I had to build it in Blender. Suddenly, in like 2 hours, we had a completely perfect roof. Just wanna say. Yes, that's what it makes it clearer what is helpful AI and clunky bad AI. I mean, the thing is, I hate that we call it AI in general. Because it isn't. Nothing about what we call AI is artificial intelligence. It's machine learning. It cannot think for itself. All it does is regurgitate information. If it would actually be artificial intelligence, it would be able to feel something. what the current AI that we have is doing is literally like generative AI is just a machine that was fed and learned on a lot of art that is now regurgitating it. And like AI chatbots and stuff, exactly the same thing. They are trying to sound as human as possible, but they aren't. They are not sentient. Artificial intelligence requires the sentience to be called intelligent. And I know there's like stories about like this Google employee or something that like said in an interview that the AI actually is like sentient, or like it turned sentient and they had to like shut it off or something, and then he was fired. But I'm unsure how much I want to believe of that, because that just sounds like somebody trying to like set up a career where we never have to work a day in their life again. Oh yeah, AI 100% makes people dumber. It has been proven by studies at this point that people who regularly use ChatGPT, their brain cells die off. They literally get dumber. Because you don't think for yourself anymore. You don't do anything, you just have like a bot that tells you everything. Time for Jigglypuff. Oh no, that was a pixie line again, right? Yeah, that's what has these weird fucking ice sacks. Okay, I'm just quickly gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back in a hot minute. I also like the coffee love here. Oh no, Alex going. If you're still here, just know I'm saying goodnight to you. I'm very sorry about your internet failing again. Oh no, Ewood's internet is also failing. What is going on? That Pokemon looks so traumatized by the I'm shitting sign. Oh yeah. It's all fitting in with the style, isn't it? Let's keep going. Isn't the baby Ninetales interesting? And now the big one. Who dooted? I'm happy the new sounds actually are liked by people. Hell yeah. I need more pointy ears for Jigglypuff. There is another Skeletondivinedeathblast. Still think that shit being 1,000 bones is hilarious. Oh hell yeah. The crazed Igglybuff. Yeah! Yeah! Why are you spamming it now? Ain't that something? He's damn excited. Oh yeah, he is. If you've played Mystery Dungeon, the one for the DS, you know how terrifying an Igglybuff can be. Hey, that's Diantha, I think? The champion from X and Y. Oh, I hope she appears in ZA. Oh, that would be cool that she appears like a final boss or something. Have you actually seen, now we're talking about ZA again? I never thought they would do that because I've always thought that they wanted to make... Oh shit. Wanted to make the Legends series like they're entirely like single player focused games, but they revealed that there's gonna be an online mode for Legends CA where you actually have like ranked matches like PvP, 4-3-4, like 4 people fighting against each other with like 3 Pokemon like going in, and the one with the most kills in the end wins. Which sounds hilarious, especially as a ranked mode. And they also announced that there's like friend private matches and stuff like that. So if any of you get the game, you know what, we're gonna play together. Because I'm not gonna lie, like real-time Pokemon matches sound so fucking cool. And if I'm able to like set up my team correctly, with like, especially if I take over the ways you were able to like max out your Pokemon, because it didn't have like the EV-IV system, it has like its own thing. And if I have that system that allows you to like max on every Pokemon relatively easily, and build a team around that, I think that's gonna be hilarious. You're gonna wait for reviews, that's very fair. I think, like, from what they showed, the game looks very fun, and I think they're also very confident in it, the way they're showing it off. And I'm just like thinking, like, they also already have shown, like, obviously, like, defense moves, like shield, like the energy shield or whatever it's called, is gonna be like way more it's gonna have like way more utility even in like single player, like the story mode, because you don't now just go, okay, I'm gonna like defend for this turn. You actually can like counter enemies. They've shown that, for example, and I mean, how is it called, like the sword Pokemon, like the literal like big sword with a shield from X and Y. Obviously it has to be in ZA, right? It is a Pokemon from that generation. And I think it would be so cool to have it on the team, because its entire gimmick is that it has like this hyper guard, which just like puts shields in front of it and it's like in defense mode. And then it can get its sword out and then like slice up the enemies. And I'm just imagining like using that in a real-time combat system and like parrying like hyper beams and shit. That would be so cool. Like you see the enemy like charging up and like, oh shit, like pressing the button at the right moment and like BAM! I think there's gonna be a lot of cool clutch moments, especially because at least from the demo footage they released on Pokemon, in the Pokemon event recently, where we're able to like see a little bit of like gameplay, which already like, which like at least made it seem like the game is gonna be harder, because people were able to like explore a little bit of a city at night, and one of the clips was a guy running into a guy that is like 10 levels above it and completely getting annihilated. Like, not just like slightly having a struggle like it is in normal Pokemon games, like the guy didn't have a chance, all of his things were one shot. And I really hope like that they make it a lot more challenging and give a lot of the moves like way more utility, especially considering that they also did this in the first Legends game, that they allowed it to like not only be like one-on-one, but also like every Pokemon around you that is like can like join in on the fight, meaning that it could be like 1 against 6 or something. And which obviously also means that like AoE moves are gonna be like way cooler, which they also have shown off with like the new Mega they revealed a few days ago. And I'm just thinking, like, it could be like so fun. Yeah, also for like the PvP mode, how they've shown that you can technically like just wait until like others like nearly kill each other and then just like sweep in with like what they showed with a Mega Dragonite and like Dragon Meteor and like getting a 3 kill. I think the game has potential to be like one of the best Pokemon games ever. Obviously, I'm like coping as fuck because it's still Game Freak. But my hope is big. And if I fuck this up, I'm gonna kill myself. No. Oh, ain't that a cutie? Look at him. So big-eyed. Yeah, man. Slight gust of wind and he turns blind. That's a very shrimple dimple dicklet. I'm getting some messages. And there we straighten out. Yeah. So much space for dust, so many eye drops. Exactly. Also, this guy's gonna need like a fuck ton of toothpaste, ain't he? Oh, there's still so much. Oh, my back already hurts so much. We're an hour in. And we have like maybe a third. Giant-footed meows. Spatula-sized toothbrush, literally. I forgot how derpy I make Persian look. Literally a mouth breather without a chin. The Psyduck looks very normal, to be honest.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Can you feel your heart burning? Can you feel the struggle within? The fear within me is beyond anything your soul can make. You cannot kill me in a way that matters. Sincerely, the Mycelial Network.
If that was a reference to something, I literally didn't get it. I'm very sorry. But still, thank you a lot. Also, did I read the name? Was that a pile of mushrooms? Did I read the name correctly? Who of you guys is a pile of mushrooms? Was that the Elite Four theme of Generation 6? I'm unsure. Looking at the pose I gave fucking the evolution of Psyduck, it just looks like it just looks like it is screaming towards Psyduck and going, "Hey, ugly!" Of course, Lanta would know that reference because you know every reference. Yeah, this is either the Elite Four theme or the Arena theme, like the gym theme. Decay exists and as an extent from life. Wait, decay exists as an extent form of life. Okay. The Tumblr original, okay. Pissed off monkey ball. Very much pissed off monkey ball. Yeah. Like him. Ain't he something? Nah, that's even not the way it's funnier that way. Look at that. Manly boy. I mean, to be fair, yes, I made them very veiny monkeys, but the original also has that. They have like these like cartoony like angry marks on them. So like the veins popping thing, and I just made it more visible. Well, let's give him the timer marks he has. Yeah. Ain't that something? I like how I made the frogs look. It's gonna turn on a little bit of the fan. Important belly detail. Then the very, very weird shape of this little fella. I like him. Big shoulder pads again. Important for this mon. The giant's tail. Big spoon. God, I so hope they keep the trade evolution item for Legends Z8. Because obviously Legends Arceus was entirely offline, meaning the way you evolve Pokemon would normally evolve through trade was through a new item they introduced, and they hope they bring that item back. I don't want to rely on trading to get my Gengar or my Alakazam. Forgot the star. Trading is a pain in the ass if you have no friends. I have friends. the issue with trading is mostly that I don't have that many friends that actually play Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet was the first time we actually had somebody to trade with, because my ex and I like played it simultaneously. But yeah, don't know if she's gonna get the ZA, to be honest, for probably obvious reasons. Okay, big belt. Ain't that something? Victory Bell was the name. This little fart smeller over there got a Mega Evolution. Look at the big fists of this guy. Obviously with giant chesticles. Lance is a zombie wannabe. Obviously also Pokemon. I actually never was a big fan of Victory Bell line. I generally think it's like a very, very ugly and bad Pokemon. But I'm like one of those readers who like genuinely likes Omega. The Mega Victory Bell looks so cool. So fucking funny. Okay, big mouth. Oh yeah, I forgot about how I made the squid look, holy hell. It's supposed to be an alien. I think I made it appropriate for the design idea. I think he's cute. Have you ever thought of how? Yes, I have. Do you know that like one Shen comic? Where he just goes, I have a brain 20 billion times the size of a normal human. Does that mean you're smart now? I am dumb faster. Oh god, that Geodude looks so full of it. Yeah, Shen comics are always hilarious. Guy's going through his Yuri arc right now. I think this was wasn't this a theme against the like leaders of Team Galactic? It's been a while. I think I want to make his hand open, actually. Yeah, like this. It's simpler and funnier. Look at him, he's waving to you. Golem's still an awful evolution, I think. Yeah. Still probably one of the easy, like, simplest evolution lines. Horse. Bigger horse. Toreto and La Sombra, what is that? Wait, so I learned that the locking to vampire class banned the ultimate edition of the game. Toreto and La Sombra. Yeah, I told you that, don't you remember? I told you that the vampire, the Masquerade Bloodlines. The guy who told you, that made you learn about the ultimate edition, like, having 2 clans. Locked behind the ultimate edition was me, Lantern. Yeah, because like I never played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, but I knew about the game ever since their first announcement. And it looked interesting. I was just like very confused with what the fuck is going on there. Like it changed developers like 50 trillion times or something, and now it was also like, and now we're doing this shit. Which one would you be? I have no idea what the differences between the clans are. I know nothing about the games. I think they're cute. Some are like a secret bloodline that aren't usually playable. It makes it even worse that they made them paywalled. Behind day 1 DLC. Like I thought we stopped that practice decades ago. Torrendor being locked too is crazy because that's like a normal clan you can usually play as. Now imagine the game's actually ass. Like, them hiding shit like that behind behind a paywall is giving me massive red flags. About like, yeah, the game is gonna be shit, let's just try to like get as much money from loyal fans as possible and then like bail. I really hope the game at least turns out good after all this time, but I have no faith in it. Back. I'm gonna Yarhar it either way. Probably very valid. I'm inclined to say we stop here for today because my back is actually starting to annoy me. In 1.5 hours. Why is my back already feeling so bad? Yeah, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's just now do the main event. Where did I put it? There. Let's just play a few hours of Necromancer's Tale. We can finish up. I think that's gonna be like an interesting thing we can just do for like the next 2 weeks. Like looks like for like 1 or 2 hours. Just start doodling a few Pokemons and then continue playing. I think that's gonna be the most fun solution for everything. Maybe a little bit higher again. Yeah, that should be fine. I forgot about the main event. It's been a while, I know. One second. Okay, where were we last time? Also, let me just start a recording so then I can send it to the devs afterwards again. Okay, where were we last time? Necromancer's Tale, not to be confused with Necromancer's Tale. Yeah, that is very easy to confuse. You are right about that one. Luckily, I don't have a visible tail on this character. I should check in with Lucas for school. Ah, yeah, right. I should carefully recruit a friend to accompany me to my father's crypt to perform a seance. Ah, yeah, right, with the seance ritual. We got the item back. The chicken thief creatures, I have agreed to meet Sophia and Diedrich for a night out. Yes! I remember the last thing I wanted to do was see if I can get my girl back for a date. Maybe she just was finding her. Let's go to the academy first. Time to look for work.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
Okay, I have to come here in the morning again. Let's just... progress time then. Is it door animation new? I'm pretty sure there weren't door animations before. That's cool.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
Nothing again? Can I not do anything with school right now? Oh, look there. There's Annie. Can I ask her out?
Hello again.
I put my arms around her. Oh, hello! And he embraced me and we kissed tenderly. Holy shit. When we were in the hospital, I believe we left some business unfinished. Holy shit. She giggled, wide-eyed and innocent, and regarded me with a mischievous grin before whispering in my ear, "Oh my lord, whatever could you mean?" Oh, I don't need to spend any impress points. Let's fucking go! Points to seduce her with a forceful suggestion. What does it mean by forceful suggestion? Or should I just explain it by the way of a kiss? I want to see, what does forceful suggestion mean? Is there somewhere more private around here? I could show you what I mean. If you thought for a moment. Meet me in the storeroom. It's a second door along the school corridor on the ground floor. No one ever go. No way! She giggled again, then turned around and sauntered away, swinging her hips suggestively, knowing I was watching. Oh my god! I waited and watched, mesmerized, and she glided across the library and into the school wing. After a respectable delay, I considered my next move. Okay, I didn't expect the game to go this far. Let's fucking go! The storm was on the lower floor, was it? Am I gonna have sex in the school storeroom? As I passed through the doorway, a figure hiding beside the wall rushed at me and pounded, nearly bowling me over. Even as we laughed, our mouths locked together and our tongues found each other eagerly. Oh, wait for her to take the lead is kind of funny. Okay, that is very fun. I pushed Annie back to the wall and began to unbutton her dress. Let's go. Plus 50 trust increase. Let's go. No 2 minutes more had passed when the door burst open. There we were, caught in a state of great passion at semi-undress. Oh no, we were found out. We were found out. No! Miss Kelly, blur. This is a private office. You should leave now. Yes. Annie pulled up her dress even as she ran. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Jesus! Oh wait, where's Edith sniffing?
As a protochild, she let out a wail, eyes filling to the brim with droplets of water caught in the light. She sniffled and wiped the tears from her eyes with the grimy bit of cloth that served as her clothing. Yes, sir? You tried. What is with all the tears? Her voice dissolved to a sob. Fresh drops ran into rivulets down her face. Tell me this instant! Do not fret, child. Tell me your troubles. The moment I spoke, she cried out and ran off. Just when Lucas arrived with a sack of supplies in hand, Leylon ran up and cowered beside him. Ooh! What has upset Ida? Leylon, do you know? I suppose I can tell you, sir, being a teacher and all. Ida lost her parents not long ago. She cries all the time about it. We was near the cathedral the other day, and they was having when someone dies. The Grim, the honor of the body or spirit. That is it. The Grim was going on, and Ida, she still remembers her mom and dad. It's her birthday soon, and she gets real sad then. I want to do something for her, but... And I said, oh no, because she left. I don't know where she went. She wasn't in the building anymore. I hope... It would be funny if I fucked up now. I hope not. I hope I can still find her again. Imagine this just like deleted her from the game. A thought dawned on me. These children were rapscallions and thieves, and the Grim made for an opportunity to obtain a fresh death shroud for my rituals. One of these children could slip in and out of a place for easier than I. But how do I get the children to attempt such a dangerous task? Do I even... Do I need... I have a death shroud. Do I even need to do this? Yeah, having already obtained a death shroud, I let this opportunity go. I am not going to do this to the children. Does Robinson have something to say?
Hello again.
Got a season for ya. A proposition. I'm busy, but tell me. You're right busy, that's for sure. Always doing something, that's just it. See, me and the others, we're tired of being orphans, beggar kids. What make a life by stealing cast-offs and crying for crowns. We want to be more. She looked about for any eavesdroppers and motioned me to hunker down to her. With a whisper, she continued. So we, the gang now, don't have time for beggaring about. We want to cause some real mischief, score some real coin, eat a proper meal. Now you and me, we ain't always seen perfectly, but I can see a gift when I see it. You want in? What do you need from me? We're smart kids, right? But you're always running around, getting into things. I want a piece of those things. You hear about a nice score of some mischief we can do? You let us know. You want in? If I say yes, what do I get out of it? Knew I liked you. Course we ain't asking you for help for free. You ever got a job you need doing? You can come to us. As long as it ain't too goody or boring, you can count on us. You want in? Alright, sure, I'm in. Right, we understand each other. You let us know if you hear a big score or can cause some mischief. You ever need us to do something, just ask, but keep it hush. Great, oh no. Oh god, no, I'm not making the children grave rob. I may be an evil necromancer, but I'm not a monster. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like go and meet Sophia and Gigi at night at the Northgate Tavern. Let's see, maybe my girl is here with me again when I... The quality of this tavern was immediately apparent from the unmarked clientele who sat at elegant tables, sipping from finely detailed tankards. But I had not reflected on this for long before I saw Diedrich waving into me from a table in the common room. Oh my god, she actually is there! Let's go have a date! Oh fuck yeah. I didn't fuck up, she's still here.
Hello.
Rise from Blur, you made it at last. Quite the place Sophia's dragged us to. Oh my years and months, and can you believe I've never stepped a foot inside here? Well, in any case, the atmosphere here is far better than the hospital, Blur. I'm glad you came out. Sophia did say the company would be worthwhile. I paused, waiting for what I was sure would be Sophia's cheeky reply, but she was distracted. I followed her gaze to a man across the room, carrying bundles of firewood into the cellar. A low hat covered his face, but his simple clothes and rough demeanor suggested that he did not belong here, that he was passing through on some laborer's errand. Sophia caught my gaze and quickly snapped back to the table. Well now, shall we have a drink? My, that's quite a stroke of luck, Annie, to think your patient could have died if you hadn't noticed. I'd say that deserves another toast, don't you agree, Diedrich? Another toast already? Yes, of course. Child labor sounds like something a billionaire would do. Exactly. I may be an evil necromancer, but I am not a monster. He fumbled in his pockets, evidently searching for coin that was perhaps not there. I attempted to slip him 5 crowns to ease a burden. Spend 2 skill points to suggest in the sleight of hand. Oh, fumble it! Come on, Diedrich deserves the 2 skill points. I palmed the money to Diedrich under the table. His cheeks reddened for a moment, but after trading me a small nod, he addressed the group. Right then, another round of the good stuff. Now while we wait for those drinks, I think it's your turn to tell a story, Rassembler. Come on now, charm me with that raconteur's wit of yours. Right, a story. I relay a sordid tale from my time as an academic. I discovered a dark rumor I heard when traveling to Mars. Let's do a sordid tale. I had been on my studies for only a month when a mystery swept the medical wing. Yes, this game seems to be under the impression that just because I rob graves and raise undead minions that I'm a bad person. Oh! It doesn't seem to be implying that I'm a really bad person, it's just implying that people don't like when I do it. A series of cadavers had been acquired for the medical students to dissect. Everything seemed in order until they opened the first body. Inside they found a small stone statue of an eagle. It was nestled between the organs, as though it had been placed there, but there was no sign of an incision on the body. When the remaining cadavers were opened, more statues were found, 2 more eagles, several laurels, and an archaic shield. No one could make sense of the objects, and when the university tried to contact the man who sold them the cadavers, he had disappeared. It was one of the history students who ended up unraveling the mystery. When placed together, the statues resembled the coat of arms of our Prussian house, which had fallen into ruin a generation before. And the bodies? Who were they? We never really knew, but the history students speculated that they were descendants of those responsible for destroying that Prussian house. That's a patient revenge. Well, I've not heard a tale like that in some time, but I've also not had a drink in quite a few minutes. Shall we see about another? The 4 of us continued to drink, each becoming more relaxed as the evening progressed. And drunk, apparently. Oh god, the shivering begins again. You can't possibly have thought that was a good idea. What can I say? I thought the Mother Superior wouldn't notice. Oh goodness, really? It's also preposterous. But I must excuse myself for a moment, if you'll pardon me. Did Annie just tell them about our thing that we tried to do before we were found? Although Mother Superior, that guy was definitely not a mother. Sophia left, and the three of us continued to drink and chat, with Annie prodding Diedrich for details about his blossoming relationship with Sophia. For his part, Diedrich smiled and conveyed only what modesty permitted. It was only after some time that I began to scan the tavern for Sophia and spotted her near the cellar door, speaking with a man who had earlier caught her attention. I excused myself from the table and approached them. Noticing my approach, the man quickly slid a note into Sophia's hand and then left without a word. I felt I hadn't met him before, for although his face remained private, his movements reminded of someone. But I just couldn't place him. Oh, Blur, where did you come from? Sophia smiled at me nervously, then flicked her eyes over to Diedrich. I suppose you're going to ask me about that man, aren't you? I'm not conducting an inquisition. But you're still waiting for a reply, I can tell. It really has nothing to do with you. Threatened to tell Diedrich? Fuck off, no. Remind her that you're old friends. We've known each other since childhood, Sophia. You can trust me. Oh, alright. If you really must know, his name is Svit. He's a forester. Isn't Svit our half-brother? I'm pretty sure Svit is our half-brother. Brings wood into town now and then. And, well, he's part of the resistance. What on earth is the resistance? Well, yeah, the game is definitely implying that we're, like, becoming dead inside, but I think that's a cool implication. It's really not my place to say. There's a small group who are less than happy with your uncle. I really don't know much about what they do, but I know Svit. And some of the others. They're good people, so I pass along messages now and then. I don't read them, mind you. I'm just passing notes between friends. Like back in school. They're very secretive, but I doubt they're more than grumbling drinking pals, honestly. But I told you, it was nothing salacious? Now can we please get back to an otherwise lovely evening? I expected my grandmother to be furious, but she just laughed and told me that's how chickens dance. Despite the pointless drivel Diedrich spouted, all three of them laughed, and Sophia placed an affectionate hand on his arm. Annie smiled at me, and I did my best to smile back, but my mind was elsewhere. I could sense that the evening was drawing to a close, and I still had no witness for my seance. I would have to recruit one of them quickly. I would like to, like, make it with, like, Annie, because I'm very close to her, but I think I'm gonna, like, fuck up. Like, I would like talking to Annie, but my guess is that the second we, like, are found out, it's fucking over for us. Sophia is the one on the artwork, so I think it would make the most sense. And I don't want to, like, abuse Diedrich even more. I think Sophia is the best choice. You and I? Well, yes, I suppose we can leave these two to conspire against us. So then I moved away for a table, but her rosy disposition was tempered by an evidently sour expression. Blur, why do I get the feeling that this will be a less than cheerful chat? Sophia, you are aware of my recent pursuits, aren't you? You mean you dabbling around the dark and arcane arts? Yes, I've noticed. And so have others. Others with less of a soft spot for you than have I. You do well to be more discreet, especially in the kingdom of all places. So do you not approve of my studies? Approve? No, I guess I don't. Even if I can't see the fascination. It's all just too unnatural for my liking. But here you are, talking to me about it anyway. There's too much at stake. And you'd hardly believe the things I've learned. I'm certain that I can commute with my father from beyond the grave. That I can put his soul at ease. But the ritual I have uncovered requires a witness. Spend 1 skill point to appeal to her desire for gossip. Skill point to remind her that friendship is a two-way street. Let's try to, like, spend that skill point. I think that's my best thing. Don't you want to know about the secrets my father has? What he can tell us about Marns and the intrigues? I don't doubt that your father would have plenty to say, but that's if you can't even reach him. Though I suppose if a lich could raise an army of the dead, a conversation with them is not outside the realm of possibility. Oh, thank you, Traumdeep, for saying that I look handsome. Oh, damn you, Blur. You've talked me into it. Alright, I'll help you with your odd little experiment. But it had better prove interesting and not too dangerous. Thank you, Sophia. Please meet me outside the Van Elsric crypt in the morning. It should be interesting as well as cathartic. I hope so. Now can we go back to ours and enjoy our normal evening? We returned to the table and sipped the last of our drinks, and after a while stood to leave. Please give me an option to go home with Annie. Oh, I'm alone with Annie! When we reached the door, Diedrich and Sophia bid us farewell, staggering and giggling into the night. I turned to Annie. Thank you for the pleasant evening. I enjoyed it. I hope we can go out again soon. Though perhaps just the two of us next time. I see my schedule allows. Let me walk you home, Annie. Ah, let me walk you home. Oh, that would be lovely. Arm in arm, we swayed our way through the streets. Soon we arrived at the side gate of a hospital. Annie stood and looked me into my eyes. Well, that's me. Perhaps a good night kiss? She moved close and into my arms. We kissed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Each time was a little longer, until eventually our lips stayed locked together and our tongues began to explore each other. This shit is so explicit. Perhaps I might accompany you inside. Oh, Blur, what a naughty idea. She giggled at the impropriety of my suggestion that she brings a man into her hospital lodgings. Another time, though. I have an early start and already feel a hangover coming in. It's been quite the evening. I'll hold you to that offer. Oh, hell yeah. The Necro Rizzler is striking yet again. Bro, this fanfic shit is not what I was here for. It's time for romancing. Okay, let's see. Let's make it day again. Yeah, Sophia's agreed to see me with Seance Witness. I should meet her outside our family crypt in the morning. Okay. Then I think now is the best time. Hello, Jonas. Can I open the gates, please? Okay, she's standing over there. I'm gonna save here real quick. Any addict? What the fuck? There you are. Well, let's get on in. Come on then. In we go. I guess this game's idea of you dying inside goes against why I would do necromancy. I think the concept is interesting. Like, you losing your humanity for this is an interesting idea, I think. I hope she's not scared of my little crew here. This was a place I would contact my father. However, I did not have all of the required items. 3 candles, a brazier, some Senegal, and some firewood. Am I missing the firewood? I should have most things. I have a brazier. I have a Senegal. Guess I'm missing firewood then.
Hello.
Okay, she meet me back at the crib. That's good. Let me just very quickly pick up the firewood over here. Okay, come on then, in we go. Let's see, can I do it again? This is a place, yes, I was ready. I took a deep breath, inviting the cool, bitter air of the burial chamber into my nostrils. Ash and rot flavored the stale atmosphere, and the heat rose from my body in waves, eager and anxious. At the periphery of my vision, fretful spirits skittered in the dark, a shadow dance of the disquiet dead. When I looked in their direction, the apparition melted into the stone, and I could not help but think of my father laid to rest in these cold walls. How long had it taken him to join their ranks, to waltz among the departed? My ruminations were interrupted by a cautious coughing, seeking my attention. The noise mingled with the dripping water that bled through the masonry. I turned to face my accomplice. Sophia's face was splashed with a horrified expression, her eyes as wide as saucers. Blur, I saw something standing in the shadows. What is that? A risen skeleton? I said nothing, but made a mental note to be more careful. My word, this place is absolutely dreadful. I appreciate your help, Sophia. Yes. What choice did I have in the matter? I certainly couldn't let you wander down here all on your own. But you owe me for this. I suspect I'll never need to buy a drink again. I nodded and then began to remove the contents from my satchel. The cumbersome brazier came to hand first. The metal, perhaps anointed by some priests, stung my skin when I touched it. Oh shit. Eager to be rid of a sensation, I placed the brazier along the neat pile of wood at the center of a table. Around this, I arranged a circle of candles, and then stood for a moment and bowed my head. It was time. I motioned for Sophia to move towards a brazier, but she arched her brow and did not move. You want me to stand there? So close to Zelik's ashes? Honestly, Blur, there must be some other way to go about all this. In the shadows around her face, I could sense the swirling spirits, hear them murmur in judgment. What a shame that they should bear witness to this nervous impunity. I must speak with my father. The trail has run dry. Yes, I understand. That's why we're here. But are you sure it's even possible? That there isn't some more reasonable way to go about all this? If there's another way, I've yet to find it. I'm afraid that this is the only resource that I have. Oh, but is it not just you doing this, is it? I'm not sure I'm up for this strange little escapade. Playing in graveyards as children is one thing, But this is not a game. Oh, 3 is such an evil thing. If you were half a friend you claim, you would help me without question. I will not suffer with insolence, Sophia. What the fuck? Okay, no. I need to see this through. Imagine if it was someone you cared about. Imagine if it was your mother. My father's spirit is agitated, perhaps even tortured. If your mother's spirit was in such a state, would you not do anything you could to reach out to her beyond the veil? This is really manipulative. I suppose I understand. Alright, let's get started then. With the matter settled, I began the final preparations for the ritual. I removed the Senegal from the container and cast it into the flames. It burned slowly and produced a delicate lace like smoke, but gave off no smell. At last, I produced the small ring, which had graced my father's hand for so many years. It gleamed in the unsteady light of the fire, and I felt the air around me hum with anticipation. I looked at my companion one last time. Her face was unsteady and seemed to be to shift in the firelight, becoming populated now and then by spirits and expressions which were not her own. I squinted past apparitions and at her worried expression. Remember, you must record everything. Do not miss a word we say. I placed the ring into the flames and took my companion's hand. At last we began the incantation. Our beloved Zelig, we bring you gifts from life into death. Commune with us and move among our number. Mana increase to 4, let's go. As the words left our mouth, the shadows swirled and fled upwards. They grew into billowing wisps of fog, which clung to the corners of the room and wrapped themselves around the flames. They wavered in this state, unsteady. I focused on my father's ring, redoubling my mental efforts. The fog shifted into a cloudscape of black and grey, drowning out the dim candlelight. The sound of the old chamber sank away, and I could hear only my companion's nervous breathing until that too was subsumed by the dark. And slowly from that undulating blackness, a faint light began to glow. I felt the force of my father coalesce before me. I felt my spine stiffen, and it had whenever he entered the room. I felt my spine stiffen as it had whenever he entered the room. I felt the hairs on my neck prickle under his watchful, expectant gaze. But most of all, I felt his anger, which crackled through the blackness. What now would be interesting is if this artwork would be different depending on who you got in here. Like, would that be Annie or Diedrich? That would be awesome. Holy shit, there he is. Is that... I came to speak with you, father.
I had wondered how long it would take.
And instantly he's an arrogant asshole. I love it. I felt his words pass through my own body, lifted through my own mouth, and cast into the world by my own lips. Around him, other phantoms murmured, but the force of his spirit was stronger, dominant, even here amongst the dead.
So, this is what has become of my son. Raised to be a noble, and now a simple teacher.
Fuck you! He paused, a deep and hollow intake of breath forcing its way through my own lungs.
The spirits mark how far our house has fallen, but I trust that you are here to remedy the matter.
As he spoke, the shadows around him became more agitated. Oh shit, there's more. Elongating themselves into deformed wisps, with melted faces that spoke in my direction. Their language was a buzzing hum, which made my father's words difficult to comprehend.
And to think, brought so low, my own flesh, it will be fixed.
The wraiths swirled about his form, making a mockery of our communion. They too spoke through my mouth. Not safe to speak with this one. Up to a manner of things he is. I challenged these spirits. Why do you disturb a father and his son? What business do you have with us? Business? No business. Warnings, condemnations, but no business. Your father, eh? A powerful one, he is, but dangerous. Most dangerous. The reason we are here. The one who sent us here in his way.
Enough of this!
His voice, in control of me again, reverberated through the ether, echoing against the stone walls of the burial chamber. This chamber had itself become a distant memory, some space I had once inhabited long ago, but which seemed to no longer exist. From afar, or perhaps from long ago, I heard a familiar whimper struggle through the darkness.
Let us speak now, plainly and quickly, for there is not much time, and my mind is troubled by the tenuous bridge between us. If you have come to me in this manner, then you have found the book. Yes, the book. You have tried your hand at the secret things. For once, I am pleased with your impudence.
Jesus Christ, does this guy even love us?
As you must suspect, my death was no accident. It was a murder. A crime of blood against blood. Brother against brother.
No way! Our uncle killed him?
Your Uncle Gervais is the fiend that killed me.
At first I did not comprehend the words and could not take in the meaning. I felt as though the spirits were continuing to play cruel jokes at my expense, but the significance of his accusation calcified before me. His brother? My uncle? The perpetrator of all this? How could it be? Do not doubt what I have told you, my son. Was I not always an honest man? It is the unfortunate truth. My own blood, brought low and vicious, did end my life. Why would he do such a thing? The lust for power can overcome even the ties of fraternity. Do not forget this, my son. His booming voice was a low whisper now, hissing through my lungs and seething with disdain. How did Gervais kill you? With a blade through the heart, the wrench. His voice boomed through me, the low tones of his fury rattling my ribs and lungs. Again, I heard a whimper in some distance, place or time. Along with the hurried stretches of quill against parchment, or was that claws against bone? We were speaking privately in my study when he seized his opportunity. I turned away for a moment and heard the metal scrape against its sheath, but I thought nothing of it. It was my own brother, after all. Sorrow and fury colored the deep tenor of his voice, even as it erupted from my own chest. It seems that my brother had political designs which necessitated my removal. My remover! He has long aligned himself with these fools of old tradition, the ones who fear what our new science might uncover. They are the foundation of his power, and like them, he dreads what he does not understand. I long stood against their influence, against their petty ignorance, but evidently I stood too firmly for Gervais's liking. The devil take him! With me gone, the guilds are more pliable. The city guards are firmly within his grasp, and the sciences which I patronized are in danger. The fiend could not hope to win against me on the open field of influence, and so he debased himself with blade and blood. Blade and blood! I linger here before you now, an anguished spirit. Were you two really so at odds with each one another? Do you think he killed me for a crust of bread, child? Our discord was great, though I believed the bonds of brotherhood were greater. Uncharacteristically, I was wrong. You must avenge my murder. You must undo your uncle and his small-minded machinations. He is building an army to wage a zealot's war on science. We cannot allow him to succeed, lest I be trapped in this realm for all eternity. Study the book, learn its arts. It holds great power. Power that will reunite us on more firm footing. Then as father and son, we too can set the world in order. Oops. His voice was booming now, a great tempest of fury and command coming from my chest. My throat became hoarse as the words erupted from me, until at last I began to falter, and their apparition grew more vague and inconcrete. You must grow stronger. My brother's castle holds many secrets, many weaknesses. You must find a way inside. Then, together, we, father, son, can avenge. That yawn fitted. My father's body blended into the fog, and the anger of his expression billowed, then sulked away. His voice finally dissolved into the frothing blackness, until the fog began to clear and I saw the candles flicker once more, like distant stars coming into focus. My memory of the conversation began to fade at once, as does a dream burned away by morning light. And I saw Sophia sitting on the cold stone, the quill trembling in her hand. Did you get it all? Hear it all? I lost him far too soon. And already my mind grows foggy, the words we spoke, like vaporous dreams. Yes, Blur, I heard it. All of it. The defiant expression was gone from her face, replaced now with a look of horrified concern and judgment. Why is she concerned and judgmental of us now? She literally heard that our father was murdered. Then it was not a waste. Give me the parchment at once. I think it's time I left this dreadful place. With a shaking hand, she handed me the scrawled transcription, never once taking her eyes off me. I sensed pity and condemnation in her gaze, but could scarcely begin to care. Sophia is deeply mortified by us, yeah. Now I'm especially happy that I didn't get Annie here, because I don't think I would ever have a chance with her anymore. I did not even acknowledge her as she left, as I was focused on cleaning away the ritual items, my mind ablaze with what I had learned. Chapter 9, baby. Let's look at the journal for a second. Having learned that my uncle Gervais was my father's murderer, I need to somehow infiltrate his castle to unearth what I can of his plans. You think I can use the little chicken thieves to like tell me how I can like maybe enter? I mean, I'm unsure if she even, like, heard the other spirits. Like,
I'll open the gate. Quick, get inside.
from my perspective, it could, like, from her perspective, it could just be, like, me talking with myself. I think it's time to just, like, head to Gervais's keep and just, like, look at it. The guard nodded at me in recognition.
My lord, the Baron is still keeping his own counsel.
Good morning, sir. I wish entrance to my uncle's estate. Please step aside. I'm sorry, even Lord Gervais's nephew does not have such power to waltz into his keep. As a matter of fact, and please, don't waste either of our time trying to convince me to relinquish entry. I am well briefed upon Lord Gervais's business. And unfortunately, your involvement falls outside his concerns. There's no way I can convince you to let me pass? If there were, I wouldn't be a very good guard, now would I? The guard did not seem as if he'd been swayed. I would either have to find someone else to infiltrate the keep for me, or seek out a more nefarious way of gaining entrance. I should check the area and see what I could find. Hiding spot? See ya, Dapper. Was fun to have you here again. Failing any leverage on Andres, perhaps my best bet was to simply watch the going-ons and see if anything looked out of ordinary. I slipped back the tower and waited. Time passed slowly, but eventually I noticed a soldier approaching the gate.
State your business.
Halt! What business have you at the keep today? The soldier moved close and spoke quietly to Andres for a few moments. Then Andres stiffened, his jaw clenching tight and his teeth ground together. After another moment, he opened the door, stepped to the side, and motioned for the man to pass, keeping his eyes purposefully downcast. Notice the man's uniform? The distinctive collar on the soldier's jacket identified him as a member of the Ralston National Guard rather than the local regiment. Perhaps I could use this information to gain access somehow. Maybe we just have to, like, find the uniform and, like, go in with that.
The barracks are close to civilians. Excuse me, my lord.
What are these guys whispering about? A cluster of soldiers was engaged in a hushed conversation. They appeared incongruous, showing little interest in the bustling activity around them. Aye, what do you want? We're trying to have a private conversation here. Grunt. Show off, mate, we're busy. They have the same Ralston national uniforms as the man I had seen suspiciously gaining entrance to the castle grounds. Good morning, gentlefolk. I've heard about town that you're the people to talk to about getting into the keep. The keep? Us? Ha! We're just some auxiliaries minding our own business. You don't know any guards by the name of Andres? Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Shove off. As I turned to leave, the female member of the group called me back. Now hold on a second. If you were to be having some kind of connection to this Andres fella, a little coin might help an old recollection, as it were. I'm thinking 8 crowns would help me remember this. Andres, was it? This is ridiculous. Never mind. Suit yourself. But keep his buttoned up nice and tight. Good luck. How much money do I actually have? I have 3 coins. I could try and sell something. Don't know if I have enough to like serve for... I could still have a musket, but I like my musket. What I could still do is like try to find a way to use the little like chicken thieves. Broke as shit, time to be a teacher, that is very true. Maybe let's go to the north gate. Maybe we can check out with spot where I found the little chickens. I think there was a thing, right, when I look at my journal again. The little chicken thief creatures I encountered at the farm have promised me a favor. I should place a sprig of mistletoe at the bush where I met them. Ah, fuck. Okay, I need mistletoe for that. Where could I get a mistletoe? Also, just for a second, I again need to go to the toilet. I don't know what's happening today. Maybe I've eaten something wrong yesterday because I really need to go. Oh, Joe. One more second. Be right back. Also, I'll take my time to get something to drink again. Hello. Honestly, making some sort of meme be right back video. The place when you're taking your breaks would be a good idea. Just like a collection of stream clips with GIFs and memes playing. Something to jingle the keys in front of chat. Maybe. I mean, that's why I have like the I'm shitting thing. Just like something going there. Maybe it would be fun to just have like a little loading screen for that, but it's true. I could make a little collection of just like funny clips that go like for 5 minutes or something. Okay, where could I get a mistletoe now? Is a mistletoe not just something like you get from a tree? Like just like a twig from a like needle tree? Let's go to the apothecary for a second.
As you wish.
Mistletoe. Mine. That was easy. Yeah, the herbalist is always closed though, so I guess my thought was correct. So let's see if I can use those little rascals to get entrance. Also, there's like a new like theme playing underneath. Do you hear that? Underneath the music was like something else. Approach the place where I met those bush creatures after the storm. They owed me for my generosity with the chickens. Perhaps they would assist with local knowledge of the acquisition of items. To leave him a sign. I placed a sprig of mistletoe on the ground as instructed by the creatures. Then I waited. After a few minutes of rustling sounded from inside the bush, and the strange creatures peeked out from beneath the leaves. The leader snatched up the mistletoe and spoke in its shrill voice. A mistletoe is a parasitic plant that lives in other trees. What the fuck? Chicken giver, friend, we have promised. We keep one time. Go now then. I return when I need some item or information that you might be able to help with. Okay, I guess I can't use them for anything right now. Put that over here. Thought I could maybe use these little buggers to like break into the building. Okay, then let's maybe go to the academy and just like get a little bit of money. Hopefully it can work this time. Is Annie here again? Yeah, she is.
Hello again.
I can ask her out for a rendezvous? A rendezvous? That sounds like a splendid idea, especially given all the madness in town these days. Shall we meet at Garnet's and go from there? Yes, at Garnet's, and then a Sunset Stroll perhaps? That will do as a starting point, my love. And at any point, if you get too cheeky... Oh. but I saw that their cheeks flushed red at the thought. I'll see you this evening. Okay, I have a goal this evening. There's an entire side quest line just to date her. That's so cool. Okay, I need... It would still be interesting to, like, find a way in that building. It's apparently very poisonous, but also historically has been used to treat arthritis, high blood pressure, epilepsy, and infertility. Wild.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
Where are the other children? I'm sure they're at the circus in the marketplace. That dude was perfect timed. Okay, with the entire circus thing, does it mean I cannot work right now? Let's see then. Market. As I approach a market square, I could hear the murmurs of many voices raised in hushed excitement. I was unsure of their origin, as an eager mob sounds not unlike the whispering dead. But these mutterings seemed more human the closer that I stepped. Bursting through their enthusiasm came a single bellowing voice.
Ah, at last, the crowd has reached the swelling proportions which might entice our main attraction. You see, fair citizens of Mars, he is not one to perform for any paltry rabble. Any small collection of the curious, no, not at all. He must have an audience worthy of his might, his splendor, and his terror.
The last word rolled off the man's tongue with an elongated, fading tail. He stood atop a small platform, and his thick moustache wiggled with each phrase, loftily cast towards the crowd. Behind him, a small, curtained enclosure brimmed with theatrical energy.
Prepare yourself, dear audience, for I, the great Marconi, will guide this creature towards a wondrous performance, the likes of which you have never witnessed. Yes, I think at last the object of our amazement is upon us.
The huckster waved dramatically towards the curtains, and the crowd's murmur dropped into an anticipatory hush. Then nothing much happened as the wind kicked against the draped fabric.
Once more I say, I think the object of our amazement is upon us!
A rumbling growl rose from inside the enclosure, and after a short fumbling delay, a beast burst through the curtains. It stood 2 heads taller than any man in the crowd and was coated in thick ursine fur. Its claws and teeth gleamed in the light, too pristine for any wild animal, and its arms stretched outwards before the great bear fell onto all fours and scanned the gathered crowd. That's not a real bear, is it?
Here he is at last. Behold my captive audience, the splendor of Ralston in all his unchained might. From the mountains of Mitre he comes to you, eager to perform. Now, I see some of you step back with apprehension. I see the unease upon your faces, for a wild bear stands before you with no sign of constraint. But I assure you, there is no danger here, for I, the great Marconi, have raised this bear from a cub, and he harbors no ill will towards man. Quite the contrary. It has become his greatest pleasure to perform. Is that not right, my ursine companion? Grrr. You see, fair citizens of Mans, he only wants to entertain. And as it turns out, the great beast has a fondness for music. Please allow me to demonstrate.
At this, the great macaroni produced a small concertina and began to play. The bear, with a few lumbering movements, stood upright and swayed along the melody. Laughs burst from the crowd, a mix of relief and amazement.
No ballerina to be sure, but fair-footed just the same. And even with a penchant for song. Oh, the mountains they do sing, with stony melody of a great land which all have loved to see. See! Go, 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 go.
By the way, can you... I wish I could zoom in. Can you see that there's like eyes poking out of his mouth?
Ho 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 ho! A baritone fit for the opera, I do believe.
It seemed the show would continue in this fashion for quite some time. I kept watching.
Yes, I see the audience has become more rapt. Excellent. But I also see some skeptics among you. The ones who are ready to dismiss this as nothing more than a trick of the ear. Very well then. I shall offer you irrefutable proof of my fellow performers' intellect and linguistic prowess. For what lover of song is not also a lover of poetry? I entreat you, dear companion, recite for these good people a splash of verse.
The great beast turned towards the audience and spread its arms theatrically. The words emerged as a mix of grumbles and unnervingly discernible syllables.
Girl over here, girl over there, girl through breast, girl through breer, girl over park, girl over pale, girl through flood, girl through fire, I do wander everywhere.
He sounds exhausted, that is definitely true. The recitation of verse culminated with a tremendous roar from the bear. This sent some of the audience into shivers, though the eloquence of the wild beast strained belief. I stepped closer. I pushed past several spectators to get a better look. From here, I could see the theatrical grease paint plastered across the great macaroni's face, but the bear bore far more curious details. I waited for the performance to finish. After a bit more song and dance, the great beast uttered a final roar and the crowd burst into applause. Macaroni stepped forward, a beaming smile across his face and an upturned hat in his hand. Magnificent, is he not? Ah, but a creature like this works up quite an appetite with his performance, and we must endeavor to keep him well fed, so his joy for song does not turn into a bestial rage. Good people of Marnes, I entreat you, reward this fine creature. Several onlookers tossed coins into the hat, while others smiled and looked away, their purse strings tightly cinched. I placed a coin into the hat. Then the great macaroni smiled and winked in my direction. And now I'm afraid our friend must rest. But worry not, citizens, he will sing again this evening. Make sure to bring your friends so they do not doubt you when you tell them of the great macaroni and his singing bear. As the crowd dispersed, I wondered if something more was at play here, and considered returning later than that evening, when the beast might be resting unattended. I don't really want to come back in the evening because, you know, in the evening what I want to do is have a date. Macaroni's bear was sleeping in the cage since it was morning. The marketplace was too busy to hope to investigate more closely. That's definitely an interesting thing here. Can I now do the academy and get money?
So, what can I do
Lucas?
for you, dear cousin?
Why can I not work lately? You have to wait until like midday? Now the children are gone, maybe I can... Yeah. Please
Hello,
second.
dear cousin.
Finally. As the wood burns, the phlogiston is released into the air. Growing plants then absorb it and become phlogisticated. The children appeared disinterested in the finer points of modern chemical theory. Lucas paused the lesson when he spotted me. Perfect timing, Blur. I wanted to get the children a treat, but the baker was always run out if I tried to go after class. I will be right back. Before I could respond, Lucas had stepped out of the door. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I knew you were a coward. Maybe I should beat some courage into ya. The children's whisper grew louder the moment Lucas was gone. Mister! We need your help! I need it! The fallen girl's hand was shaking as she approached me. See, this merchant found out we steal some stuff here and there, sometimes. And now she offered to pay us if we snatch something for her. Only, well, no one's really leading us no more. So we're just arguing. What? Where's their lead? We could pull it off, though. They were vulnerable. This was an opportunity. I was certain Leon could lead them with the right push. They would become obedient and content with their lot in life. Unless to me, but fine citizens of... Useless to me, but fine citizens of Ralston. Robin had led them for years, but lost their trust. How? What did I miss? If she could be taught how to retake control, loyal and talented thieves may be users. Loyal and talented thieves had many users. The others were unfit for the role. Peter was too oblivious, Ida too soft, and Nick too rebellious. I needed to make a thoughtful choice. Make them good citizens, lead them down a safe path, or lead them down a dark path. Wait, what? Phlogiston theory is they thought fire was caused by a special essence of fire that existed in all things that could burn? This was before people discovered oxygen. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. What the hell? Does this count as child labor? Probably. Yeah, I think it's time to support Leon here. Leon, you don't think the group should work for the merchant? Yes, sir. Come here, please. Stand up for what you believe in, and I will support you. We shouldn't steal anymore. Not never. You're a coward. I knew it. You should listen to Leon. I had their rapt attention and saw the deep trust I had earned reflected in their young eyes. Your lives are worth more than a handful of silver, Leon. Understand that. Oh no, Leon understands that. He wants what's best for you all. Okay, I guess. The others nodded in agreement, putting the same trust they had in me in their new leader. Robin was the last to nod, with pain in her eyes. The choice was made, and the orphans now faced the future together. I had lost a potential tool, but turned innocence away from darkness. So why did I not feel more relief? I waited a short time longer for Lucas to return. When he did, he clearly sensed the change in the air. Whatever he thought, he chose to keep it to himself. Or perhaps he was simply withholding judgment until he saw the results. Though in the circumstances it felt like a waste of my precious time, I stuck to the task of teaching for the rest of the afternoon. The money would be useful.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
It definitely would be. How much coin do I have now? 5. I need 3 more to pay those guys. Oh shit. There's now a ghost. I can see now ghosts. Jesus Christ, that jump scare. Yifon, you really got me this time. That came out of fucking nowhere. His poor soul knelt defeated beside the gallows, awaiting his fate for all eternity. That's sad. That's the east gate again to the slums. I think before I try to do anything with that, let's just... I also want to say I lost all my money. I lost the 5 crowns that I already had just because I was helping Diedrich, because I'm a good guy. I know I hate myself as well. Make it evening and... where's Garnets again? Where was Garnets? There's a Dog's Tavern. Ah, Garnets Marketplace Tavern. Annie and I have a date this evening. We shall meet in Garnets. Okay, I probably have to just go inside then. The sun is yet to set, but several patrons chatted boisterously as Garnets busies herself several drinks. The sudden sharp bursts of laughter grated against my ears and mingled with a strange whispering hum, which had begun to scratch at my temples from time to time. Annie was waiting at a table near the stairs, studying the rafters with a bored expression. She turned towards me as I approached, perhaps a little more quickly than she intended. Aw.
Hello again.
There you are. You know some people consider it poor manners to keep a lady waiting. And here I thought I was right on time. And here I thought I'd heard the clock tower chime several minutes ago. She smiled disarmingly. But then again, that old bell has a reputation for being unreliable. Let's start with a drink, shall we? I took the seat opposite to Annie, just as Garnet approached. A tray balanced expertly in one hand, while the other fiddled with a coin purse at her side. She winked conspiratorially at me. What's the fine young pair be having then? Would like 2 glasses of wine, Garnet, and not the one that's gone to vinegar, if you please. I think wine is the best Right, like, I don't know if she likes brandy. Well, well, the little lord certainly has taste. 2 glasses coming up. That's 3 crowns. Oh, fuck, I'm already running out of money. That's not good. Oh, shit. Why is it getting so foggy? Oh, fuck, there's a lot of ghosts around here. With a matter of a drink settled, Annie flashed one of her winning smiles, and we eased into a state of easy conversation, punctuated now and then by her gentle teasing and my playful rebukes. For a while, I forgot the macabre troubles that plagued me, and even the murmuring spirits became nothing more than another note in the din around us. But it did not last. After some time, the thrum grew more accusatorial, condemning me for my distraction, for the crime of my joy. I could hardly maintain focus. Can you believe it? Blur? Blur? Oh, listen to me, plattering on about disgruntled cooks and misplaced bedpans. It's no wonder you had us somewhere else. Oh my god, no. It's entirely my own exhaustion to blame. Well then, perhaps you must do something to get your blood moving. Doctor's orders. Even as she smiled sheepishly, she blushed at her own insinuation. I just laughed. Oh, Dr. Kelly, what are you suggesting? Woman be expensive, trust me, I am one. I know. Annie smiled and started to answer. Just then, a burst of laughter erupted from a table behind me. We turned to see Diedrich and Sophia, caught in an uproarious howl, each of them faces turning red with merriment. What? I didn't even see them there. Sophia touched Diedrich's hand affectionately, and he blushed even redder than before. A stupefying happiness plastered across his face. Well, if that isn't just the sweetest thing. She looked at me with my pallid expression and tired eyes, then frowned with sympathy. Maybe this tavern has a few too many distractions. Let's take that walk now. We can start in the market. It's open late this evening for the festival. Without waiting for my response, she stood and made her way towards the door. I was happy enough to free myself from the spirits of churning throughout the crowded tavern. Did she? Ah, there she is. By the time I reached her, Annie was standing on the opposite bank of the stone bridge, observing the market stalls. Most of the merchants had begun to process of packing up their wares, casting hopeful looks at my passerby who might lighten their burden with a purchase.
Hello again.
I think I'd run a bookstall if I were a merchant. I'd be a rubbish saleswoman, of course. I'd refuse to sell any of the books I liked, but it would be a nice business to ruin for a while. What about you, Blur? If you weren't an academic, what sort of style would you run? I would sell the strangers curious in all of Mans. I don't expect you'd sell a thing. You'd have the same problems as me. You wouldn't part with a single artifact until you'd uncovered all its mysteries for yourself. It seems we're not meant for business. Shall we have a look around? Missing bodies? Well, is everyone talking about missing bodies?
Hello again.
Did you find anything worthwhile? I didn't check all the stalls yet. I'll be right back. The star was largely depleted, with several empty crates yet to be cleared away, but a small bushel of apples lay tucked against the wood. Evening, young lord. Anything interests you this evening? Other than your fine companion, of course. I looked up towards the merchant, expecting to see her familiar face, contorted in a boorish laugh, but I was instead greeted by a grotesque visage of a corpse. Her skin was peeled and full of oozing pustules, and her hair thin and wisp-like atop of the rotted dome of her skull. A worm crawled from her left eye, reminding me of the apples on display. I staggered back and blinked into confusion, only for her to return to her normal form. A simple merchant woman, smiling at me hopefully. I'll take the apples. My mind flicked back, the image of a worm burrowing from the wetness of her eye. A fine choice. They're crisp and freshly picked, they are. 1 crown, please. Certainly.
Hello again.
I've got some apples, something to munch while we walk. Splendid. I was getting peckish. Give him here then. She munched in silence for a moment. Bro's going insane, like literally. We're like getting haunted by ghosts for daring to have fun. Shall we continue our walk before you buy up half a goods and mans? I like to see the sea. She took my hand and we strolled towards the sea. As we walked... That's not hand-holding! As we walked, Annie told me about her first impression of Mans. She had expected a sleepy coastal harbor with slow afternoons and a dulling sun, but instead found a vibrant town, replete and intrigue. At first her musings calmed me, and I forgot the apparitions that had visited me in the market, but just as quickly a part of me spiraled, thinking about the true extent of these intrigues and the demands they placed on the greater task which I was undertaking. As my nerves grew more agitated, the whispering that had tormented me in the tavern returned, more distinct now, and clearly calling for me. The voices came from the graves we walked near. What's the matter, dear Blur? Are you feeling alright? Oh yes, I'm just admiring the evening sky. It is lovely. But it will be even lovelier near the sea. Annie stepped ahead of me, but I could not bring myself to follow her right away. Something in the graveyard compelled me. The whispers held the promise of reward. You know what? I couldn't care less right now. Time to follow her. Let's go. Simp mode is activated. Trust me, the sea will be much nicer than some dusty graves. See you at the water, my love. She giggled and ran off ahead. Well, did she? Oops. Kinda stuck. Annie was already sitting at the edge of the water, her shoes off and her feet splashing gently. She turned toward me and patted the steps beside her. She read the reddish hue of the sun turned her usually pale face warm and amber, and accentuated the fiery red of her hair, which billowed delicately in the evening breeze.
Hello again.
Oh, Blur, tonight has been such a pleasant respite from the dark things brewing in Mans these last weeks. And look, even the sun has given us a perfect view. Let's stay here until the last sliver is beyond the horizon. Do you get cold? I'm not sure I can resist you that long. Oh damn, I can be so fucking forward. Let's go. Oh, you cad. Just enjoy the pleasant view, will you? We can see about that later. Her glinting smile suggested that my proposition was not entirely unwelcome. I looked at my beautiful Annie as she took in the ripple of red lighting against the sea and followed her gaze to the gentle waves that lapped against the stone walls just below us. At first, I was taken with the delicate bend of her ankles and her high shoes strapped tightly and enticingly around her calves, secure and firm. Those crisscross straps drew my eyes up to her shapely knees and thighs, where her short dress danced teasingly in the breeze. Jesus, man. I see we're a very horny motherfucker right now. But as the waves undulated below, strange shadows began to play at my eyes. Tendril-like hands churned below the surface, their fingers lapping and folding over and another like slithering snakes. Blur? Is everything alright? Her words passed through me as the hands rose upwards, bringing a chorus of whispers with them. A ghostly palm with skeletal fingers wrapped itself around her ankle, delicately caressing her calf, and stroked gently up towards her thigh. It then tightened around her leg, as if to pull her into the depths. But another hand rose before me, bearing a piece of ghostly parchment. The inscription similar to those pages in my spellbook, which still confounded me. Even with its faint, spectral glimmer, I could sense that it held great power. Oh God. Oh God. Necromancy seems to hit stronger than math. Jesus. Okay. I reach to save Annie, or I reach to grasp a magical parchment. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, don't you dare what? Don't you dare getting the magical paper or saving Annie? What should I dare? Choose the woman. Do you now mean don't you dare choose the woman, or I mean don't you dare choose the woman? This is a hard choice because is she actually in danger right now? Is something going to happen if I don't choose her? Am I losing out on a powerful spell if I don't choose her? Questions over questions. Love is temporary and that's why it's precious. But lichdom is eternal. This is a hard choice. And I'm not allowed to save right now. No! I literally can't decide right now. Reach to grasp a magical parchment. I reach to save Annie. It's your gameplay, Blur. Yeah, I know. I'm saving her. And placed my hand on her shoulder, steadying her. She jerked backwards and gasped. Goodness, you caught me just in time. I'd all but lost my balance somehow. Oh my god, she literally would have been pulled into the water. Holy shit. That would have been... Oh my god, that would have been a wild change of events. You've been an absolute gallant this evening. It can be less gallant if you wish. I aim to please. Or conflict would have been actually really funny. Yeah, you're right. But now it's too late. The conflict message came in too late. I aim to please. I can be less gallant if you wish. Oh, I suspect we'll see about that. And I was discovering in the storeroom at the as I was discovering in the storm at the library before we were rudely interrupted. She led me then up the steps and onto the nearby beach, where the sand was soft. No way, we're not gonna do it here, are we? We kissed, and she pressed her body into mine. Her heat warming me with desire. I made my move. I caressed the gentle curves. Oh my god, this is literally almost still in the city! I caressed the gentle curves of her form as our mouths remained locked together, and in turn, she caressed me. I gently tilted her back onto the ground and rolled atop her. It was only when the sun had set and the evening chill emerged that we realized how much time had passed. Still under me, flushed and panting a little, Annie spoke at last. Her voice was gravely with desire. Goodness, even with all that, a lass could do with some warming up. Perhaps somewhere private? Not tonight. That sounds like a splendid idea. We named the cocktail after it for a reason, okay? Annie stood up and took my hand, wordlessly leading me down the cobblestones and towards my home, its silhouette still clear against the twilight. We made straight to my chamber. Oh my god! And made love there on my bed. Oh shit, that's some insane underwear for the times. Did they have underwear like that in the 1700s? I awoke in my room with a taste of an intoxicating evening still in my lips. A note in Annie's handwriting sat on the stand beside me. You were sleeping so soundly that I couldn't bear to wake you, even if I might have enjoyed revisiting a steamy evening in the light of day. Next time I won't be so lenient. See you soon. Holy shit! Well, that's a scat ghost. I did not expect that outcome. Yeah, we just created that cocktail. I think that's what's happening. You wanna know something though? New save. That's the cocktail save. What I want to do now, like, this is the cocktail, yeah, cocktail. What I want to do now, when was the last autosave? It's this one. Let's go to this. Yeah, this is when we walk up here. Let's go to this autosave. I'm so fucking curious. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens when she gets pulled. The people are talking about grave robbing and everything. That's wild.
Hello again.
Okay. Which strangest curious amounts? Yeah. Shall we look around? That's true. Let's talk to Charlotte again. I clicked on rather lost my appetite. Oh, that's a new one, right? As he finished speaking, the pleasant aroma shifted suddenly, as though the wind had blown them away and replaced them with a sweet putrescence. My nostrils stung with a sickening rot, mingled with the decay of flesh and refuse. The stench was so foul that my eyes began to water, but to my bewilderment, Ekrem simply stared and smiled, awaiting my reaction. What would you recommend? Actually, I don't have enough money.
Hello again.
But that doesn't matter. Let's continue to stroll. There's not much left in the market tonight. As I think the sea is calling us, I'll lead the way. Okay. Bro has to know. I am curious. Is she going to get fucking killed by ghosts? Just fucking imagine. I honestly think I want to go down that dark path. It would be interesting that they hit that in a, like a optional romance subplot. As my nerves grew more agitated, the whispering that had tormented me in the tavern returned, more distinct now and clearly calling for me. The voices came. I thought I heard something. And he frowned. It could just be an evening breeze playing tricks. Let's keep walking. Yeah, let's follow her. Imagine I'm allowed to summon her. Imagine I can turn her into my first zombie. Oh my god. Annie was already sitting there, yes?
Hello again.
As if, I'm worried that things are taking a toll on you. It has been difficult. This new knowledge, this way of seeing the world anew, it is taxing, tiring. But let us look at the world as before, with a pleasant sun setting over the calm sea. She lay her head gently on my shoulder and sighed. I looked at my beautiful Annie as she took in the ripple of red light against the sea, and followed her gaze to the gentle waves that lapped against the stone wall just below us. At first I was taken with a delicate bend of her ankles. Oh, okay, that's just all this again. Is everything alright? Yep, now this happens. I reached to grasp the magical parchment. What is going to happen now? Oh my god! And felt my arm brush against Annie as she fell into the water, her splash muted by the din of whispers around me. My fingers reached the inscription, but it only evaporated before me, joining the hands which had dissolved into nothingness as quickly as they had appeared. I looked then at the churning water, where Annie had fallen and could not make out her shape, as my vision was becoming cloudy and indistinct. Then from beside me, I heard a terrible gasp. Annie burst from the water near the small stone steps, her red hair matted and flat, her clothes plastered to her body. She stomped up the stairs. Good grief, what a way to cap off an evening! A shove and a swim, is it? Your idea of a joke? In this freezing water? Had nothing to do with that. Oh, come now. I'm liable to catch something chill to the bones as I am. And to think I'd hoped this would be a pleasant evening. Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god, the fucking guy is coming to me. Good, one cannot cling to the living if one hopes to wield death. Your focus gives you strength. I felt something well. Oh my god, it increases my mana. I felt something well inside me. The power of my craft growing more robust, and my attachments becoming less significant. Alone, I stood by the water until the last sliver of light crossed the horizon. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Cocktail playthrough it is. I'm not getting a spell. I'm not wasting my fuck. That coochie the potential for power or an army. I chose coochie today. There was a knock at the door, and immediately a hooded figure busted inside behind me. She pulled back her hood and was revealed to be the witch Rosario. Rise and blow, we must speak privately. I nodded and led her to her chamber. We have a common enemy, Gervais, the Wolf of Mars. He builds an army as we speak, as I'm sure you have noticed. How did you know that Gervais is my enemy? By the way, is it just me or do my eyes look more red in the portrait? Maybe it's just me, but his eyes look somewhat more red for me. I see a lot, and I know a lot. In this realm and the other, I know what he did. Why didn't you tell me before? What makes Gervais your enemy? What makes Cocktail? Oh my god, that was so awful. What makes Gervais your enemy? He's the enemy of anyone he does not understand, anyone that represents difference or progress. Rosario's normally impenetrable expression broke for a moment, and I saw a deep sadness in her eyes. He had done much wickedness to my sister and I. Perhaps you will learn one day. Do you know what his army is for? I know that he has great potential political ambition, child. Though his immediate goals may be local, he surely looks further afield. What shall we do? We must learn more about the Baron's plans. You must leverage your family's connection to do so. You must infiltrate the keep. Please show me your spellbook. The one I returned to you after your magical coma. I held up the book. Rosario poured through several of the pages, sighing and biting her lips as she did so. There's great power in this book, as you know. I cannot understand a lot of it. However, take a look at this page. It seems to describe a ritual to enslave a spirit that could be used for spying. Yes, I recognize the word Zechariah. This must refer to the holy text, the book of Zechariah. Is it like Zechariah or Zechariah? How do you say this? Zechariah? Find this holy book. It may hold the key to the script of the pages. She handed the book back to me, open on a page depicting an ancient grave and some kind of artifacts. Already it is too dangerous for me to approach the city. I must flee now. Do not expect to see me here again in person, but watch out for my messenger. Is that the new page you gave me? Maybe that's the doctor's journal? That's just the Dominion of Phobos. Animate, Grave Mist, Torpor, Repair. Do you mean like my real life eyes? I actually slept quite well today, so I don't really think I'm sleep deprived. Seance. Fucking voodoo? Giant spider pests. Ooh, that looks disgusting. Holy shit, what is happening here? Is that like a lich tower? Oh god. I think this is about like becoming a lich itself, because if you look, that's a fucking baby in a womb. Copiae mortus na. Okay, some of these like later spells seem to be like very, very fucked up. Oh, I hope I can make Annie my Lich Queen. Let's talk to a butler again. Albrecht! Not the cat. Albrecht.
Can I help you, my lord?
My lord, I must express my concern about the entertainment going on in your chamber last night. How dare you lecture me? I apologize, my lord, you are right. Perhaps be mindful of your mother, though. Her nerves are not right still, and both you and your guests were making quite some noise. Holy shit. That's some fucking hilarious talk here.
Can I help you, my lord?
Okay, there's
I
nothing
am
else I can
Albrecht,
speak to.
butler to the family Van Elstrix since even your father was a boy.
Now, I meant the game portrait. I already told you, you look quite good today. Oh, yeah, thank you. I meant that something with your hair, I think. Or just the lighting. Huh. Yeah, notice something with my portrait looks weird. Or you can use custom portraits in the game by storing them in the custom portraits folder using specific file names. Cool. Didn't know that's a thing. Maybe we have to at some point just like make a custom portrait. Let's look up the journal for a second. Yeah, my father's murderer. I need to someone infiltrate his castle. I've learned from the witch Rosario that a ritual in my spellbook may help me with my need to investigate the inner castle. The ritual involves holy script and references something called the Book of Zechariah, which I should seek. I also still have my black knife. Do I still have yeah, I have the enchanted hazel wand. That's the second siren? Oh, are you... Is the outside too loud? It's just kind of warm here, that's why I had like the window open, but if it's too annoying, just tell me and then I'm gonna like close the door. Probably should check by the church. Oh, good heavens. Let's see. Can I at this point like even enter it still? Like, it always looks like it's getting more and more bad for me to like go in there. Let's just save first to ensure that I'm not dying when I enter there. Oops. My head started pounding as I entered the holy building. I had to get out before I lost consciousness. Oh fuck, I cannot enter it anymore. I literally cannot enter the church anymore. That is terrifying.
What?
Okay, how can I get this book then? Maybe now I could ask the little fellas? The chicken thieves? Wait, there it is. Chicken thief bush. I needed to leave him a sign. Let's... Okay, they don't have anything to say yet again. Yeah, not being able to enter the church could be an issue. This sort of thing proves that God exists, and I don't like that. Same. As a necromancer, like, having definite proof that, like, God exists due to holy artifacts, that's terrifying. Like, the sheer thought of that, like, if something happens to us, we are doomed to rot in hell. But it also proves that he doesn't do shit about the potential bad stuff that subjects do. That is true, that is true. He's the reason necromancy can't even exist. Maybe I could find the book in the chapel? Let's go here. Okay, I can still enter the chapel. So the churches are more holy ground than this. There's nothing I could see. I could try to, like, explore the outside. See what's, like, over there. Let's just follow the path for a second. Also save. Just before something bad happens. The South Tower, I had been told this was damaged during the Venetian War shortly before my birth. It had fallen further into disrepair in the years since I had played here as a child. Huh. Where's the tower on the map? The internal stairway was smashed and blocked with debris, so I could progress neither up nor down. Investigate more closely. Let's scan through the rubble. You know what? Let's widen the gap. I spent all my skill points. Please don't let me regret that. Yeah, the forest garden was in another forest, though. That's an interesting place on here. Big old cave it is. Oh, damn! The alcove was full of rubble. Investigate 4, you have 0 skill points. I searched but found nothing of interest. Shit. Well, where's the skeleton I could technically use? Oh! Oh, okay, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's take the military crossbow. And also take the cloves, just because they probably can be useful. Firewood, let's put it there for now. Yeah, the brazier, I could sell that. How about a weathered coat? Oh, we look a little bit different. Scroll? The scroll contained an arcane chant by which it claimed that a dark magician could envelop an area with a cold graveyard mist, which drains the resolve of all mortal within. Battle magic spell acquired, chilling mist. Holy shit, okay! Just randomly found a new attack spell. No, that's what I was getting at, but it seems like pagan spirits already have more power in this world than God. Then they can manifest something to protect their holy stuff. Oh, that's true. Now I get what you mean. Oh, nice. An axe. Amazing. I'm finding more weapons. Blue stone ring. Canelson ring. Pole arm. A sword. And a hat. You know what? Let's put all of the weaponry to this for a second. I'm gonna make the second thing my armory. Spells, let's make the stuff here. My necromantic dagger can still go over here. Let's put those guns over there. Good that I have a few more weapons that I can give to my guys now. Oh, the ring can be sold for a lot. Does it not have like any abilities? Either that or the combined belief souls having what they believe their gods have given it all that power. Or like the orc way. Somebody has lived down here. I hope there's been a worthwhile escapade to have spent all my skill points on. We definitely look very different now. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time something like that was done in fiction. What's that on the trees? Acorns? No, it's just like tree stems, okay. Southern forest. Okay, I'm over here now. It was unsafe to venture further from the city alone. So I should go there with my minions. Get it. Slavomir. We definitely have to see where the story goes, that is true. I think what I'm gonna do now, though, is sell a few things.
I'll open the gate. Quick, get inside.
Isn't the shop right around the corner here? Oh, no, it's over here, the general store.
Welcome.
May I see your wares?
Of course.
Yep.
The best prices you can find in all of Mars.
Let's see, inventory, and... I already have my cauldron here, so I can sell the second one. Okay. Let's keep this, so maybe we could just give it to one of the minions. None of the clothing we've found so far has given us like any like boost to like strength and stuff, right? Do the rings have anything? Like they don't seem to have any effect. I think I'm definitely gonna sell the Canalian ring because it gives me a fuck ton of money. Okay, I have a few crowns now at least. Maybe the marketplace is selling books? Oh, the bear's also still here. Yeah, let's look at the assorted goods store. No. Huh. Could the slums help us? Where could we find a book like that? The Book of Zechariah. I don't think we ever really checked out the slums. How about we just like go and look around it there a little bit? Oh, look at that! Constantine is over there. The pair were deep in a conversation and so focused on one another that they did not notice me. Our life is sacred, and in the eyes of our Lord and Savior in heaven, He blesses you, my child. I recognized Rosa Dalfara from my previous dealings with her, and hoped she did not remember me. Her once swollen belly had shrunk by magnitudes, yet she still held a hand on her stomach. Lines from dried tears seemed etched into her radiant face. Oh, cut it with the my child stuff. It feels weird you saying I'm your child all the time, especially after that night. I still feel him sometimes, Constantine. Oh, shit. Did Constantine, like, abuse and impregnate her? in before. For this ritual, you need a Canadian ring. Oh, that's gonna be so awful. I know, Rosa, the Lord giveth and taketh. I blame my sin for the sickness and struck you. It's the only explanation. Oh shit! Was this like thing that I had to give her? Like a poison to like abort a child? Oh god. You don't regret it, do you? It was wrong of me to give in to temptation, but I did so with the purest of intentions. I should move along with my duties, Rosa. It's unsafe for us to talk so publicly. They both glanced in my direction. Constantine spoke his next words loudly for my benefit. Yes, yes, excuse me, and good day, madam. God bless you. And with that, he hurried away. That is so depressing.
Hello, sir.
I saw you talking with a priest. Yes, he was just doing his rounds. He's a good man who visits even those of us here outside the walls. I noticed hesitation. Do you tell me the truth? Rosa sighed and looked at me at the ground. My lord, I admit he is not a good man. But I can't say no more. So, do you live in this hovel? She regarded me stoically from dark eyes, but said nothing for a moment. Then she curtseyed elaborately, holding out the hem of her dress.
I do, my lord. Me and my parents and 2 brothers. All of us under this one roof.
So talking to the priest. Okay, I can't ask him any more of that. The Slums Tavern. Oh, obviously it's morning, it's locked. Oh, there's piggies over there. Es war einmal ein kleines Städtchen, da lebte eine Frau namens Barbara. Let's go. The young woman strode about, throwing seeds, fruit, and roughage to the pigs smiling around her. The pigs happily snorted and shoved each other out of the way to snatch up the tastiest morsels.
Oh, Barbara, you've gone fed them too much again, haven't you?
She sighed. A gurgling coo arose from the cloth bundle bound across her chest.
Finish, little one. Poke your eyes out and take a look at the little pigs. Your mama loves those stinky pigs. Yes, she does. Oh!
She caught sight of me and turned, giving a wide smile. A beautiful pendant sparkled at her neck, far more exquisite than one might expect in this part of the city.
Good tidings to you. Have you come out to watch the pigs?
They are certainly a sight to behold.
Pigs are quite smart, you know. You quite get used to them if you get over the smell. I only wish we could keep them. But, you know, empty bellies and all that.
Okay. I'm Barbara. Pleased to meet you. You too. Rise from Brotherew. She looked at me curiously for a moment. How do you come by such a magnificent pendant? Oh, this old thing? It's been in my family for generations. My mother passed a few years back, and she gave it to me just before. She said it represented becoming a woman. A pretty thing in a harsh world. Someday I'll pass it onto Giselia, hopefully after I escape from this place. Something about her words did not ring true to me. The pendant, as I stared at it, had a giant, faint glow. Not one I could see, but one I could feel. Or was it merely imagining it? Or is it a necromancy relic? That would be funny. I broke through her tale with some clear logic. Spent zero skill to remark on its pristine condition. For generations, Why, it looks rather new to me. You are at while feeding the pigs, yet the strap has not faded from the sun, nor frayed from the swaling that you have on. The stone is clear and not cracked. The metal goes untarnished. I do believe you tell a tall tale. Barbara blinked a few times and then giggled, a sound like merry bells. Nothing gets by you. Oh, you do remind me of someone I once knew. I can tell that you will not settle for anything less than the truth. All I will say is that it was a gift from someone very close to me. Oh, and you had best not go around telling anyone that. Okay, let's leave her alone. And that's the way from the slums into, yeah, the forest. I guess that's the end of the map here. What's over there? Like this path. Huh, I guess this is the way from the slums to the cemetery. Should we... I mean, we can technically now bribe the guards to go inside. Because I do seem to be struggling to find a way to get the like a book. Ha. The guys are still chilling here. But you know what, guys? I think we are going to continue this next time. Played enough for a day, I think. Okay. Very good. We have new clothes. Next time I'm gonna see if I can find any way to like find the book we are searching for. If not, we're just gonna bribe these guys to like somehow hopefully get in there. I have the money now. But until then, I hope you really liked it. I'm gonna do a few changes for the stream for the next time. And then see you next week.